Well, I got the code from. Okay, I forgot. Brain farts. Oh, so helps if I have the intro. Are they still doing the same outro? I haven't.
Yeah, they haven't figured out the
whatever they're doing. That's for season
whatever
5.
That's right. I think that's for season 5.
So it's still end with Walt.
Yeah, for now.
Do I want to do the speech or the old play at the end? I'll do the play at the end one with When You Wish Upon a Star.
Okay.
I like hearing Walt's speech, but it's like we're saying goodbye, and he's like, "Hello, welcome."
True.
Okay. Here we go. Here comes the intro.
One little spark of inspiration is at the heart of all creation.
Spark a dream that we're meant to follow.
You're listening to the Extra Magic Hour, brought to you by Walt's Apartment Podcast and the Diz Insider. Join the team in the studio as they bring you the spirit of Disney through park news, history, and tips and tricks to make your Disney Parks vacation even more magical.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Extra Magic Hour. This is the Disney Park cruise line, merchandise, all that good stuff, centric show of the Walt's Apartment Podcast. I am one of your hosts, and I am joined by my two awesome hosts and sisters. How you guys doing, Kelly and Courtney?
We're doing good. I think Kelly's frozen.
Kelly is frozen. Oh no, let it go.
And then she just left. But we're doing good. We're recording on a Thursday, and we have a Disney trip planned this weekend, so we're feeling fine.
That's awesome. So, here she is. Here she is. Let me get her in here.
Sorry.
Hey, I don't know why you keep getting frozen.
Well, I literally got kicked out. Like he went to go press the intro button and you two froze. I was not frozen.
You're a podcast.
Then I got kicked out.
Oh no.
So, I don't know.
Well, if you missed it, when we greeted, you were frozen. So I don't know what happened there, but
okay.
we're all together again. So how you doing?
Good. Just computer issues, I guess.
I guess. Pardon our pixie dust. We are rolling with it, but we got an awesome show planned for you guys, and I guess it's kind of we also have a little bit of an announcement, which is very exciting. We got a lot of news today, and there's even some stuff that we can't really there's so much that we can't really bring it all up, but from now until the foreseeable future, maybe through summer, we'll see. Extra Magic Hour will be every week because, a lot of parks are, a lot of lands and stuff are opening. D23 news is coming up, which we'll be talking about some of that. So you'll be getting a lot of Extra Magic Hour. So if you're a Disney Parks lover, which you should be, especially if you're here at Walt's Apartment, that's some exciting news for you guys. So, but before we get to our topics, we got a This Week in Disney History, and I can't forget, we also have some awesome sponsors. Sunken City Design, our boy Lou, who's done all our logos and everything. We got Where in the Park, which we'll hear from them later on. And of course, Getaway Today, an awesome travel company that will gift you to your Disney destinations around the world. So we'll also hear from them lately. But this week in Disney history, something that happened was very cool. Not today, but 2 days ago, couple years ago, June 4th, 2021, Avengers Campus finally opened at DCA, and you two were there. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, we were there for the crazy day.
It was a crazy day because Avengers Campus is itty bitty little space.
And you had about 500 or more people, maybe 5,000, I don't know, all wanted to get into one itty bitty space.
I mean, Bugs did used to live there, so I mean, it shows you how big the place was.
I mean, you can get a lot of bugs in there, but Avengers not so quite much. So we got there, or we went for the whole weekend because this is at a time where we had no magic keys. Kelly had gotten a 3-day multi-day ticket through Getaway Today, actually, because because everybody else had their magic keys yet. So we were planning on when it reopened that, the Avengers Campus was going to eventually open, and we were going to go for the opening event, Avengers Campus, and we were going to spend the whole weekend there. So Kelly let her magic key or her annual pass lapse, and she was like, "I'll just renew it when it goes." But because
the thing was that mine lapsed, but because like I couldn't renew once the pandemic happened, because like we had the pandemic, and then magic keys, or at the time
annual passes.
They were annual passes. They were like, you have to.
They hadn't really suspended them yet, but then in the next couple of weeks we got the word that they were suspended. And
because we were legacy pass holders at that time.
Yeah, right. I was a legacy pass holder at that point. But I was able to get a 3-day ticket through Getaway Today right before they shut that off for the pandemic.
Exactly. And then when they said that they were reopening in April, and then they said that they were going to be opening Avengers Campus in June of that year, we bought tickets for the opening day of April when we were allowed to. And then we got another one in May, another date we went in May with a ticket, and then we got a 3-day and then a 3-day ticket because I had to get one because she already had one. So she got it because we had our annual passes still, and she didn't. And then it ended up being flipped, and I had to get a 3-day ticket because she had one and nobody else did. So, so then I got a 3-day ticket through just through Disneyland.
Oh,
and we
so
got it for
you
the
didn't
whole
get some,
weekend.
but Kelly got some.
No,
exactly. Yeah. And so we went for the whole weekend, and then Sarah and Richard got one for just that Friday, I think. Just the day of the opening day. So we all went very, very early, and they had told us if you did, we got there early, and they said if you didn't have a virtual queue for web slingers, then you weren't going to be allowed into the land, and you have to do a standby queue. And so,
which was long.
The line twisted all the way back to the jellyfish ride.
Jumping jellyfish.
Which is the jumping jellyfish, which is on the other side of the park from where Avengers Campus is. And we were standing there basically in the line. But at 7 a.m., because we had gotten there pretty early, we were able to make food reservations. Because we wanted to try
they told us not to. They encouraged us not to make mobile order reservations because we didn't know
because it wasn't going to guarantee you. Well, it wasn't going to guarantee you into the land.
But we were like, oh, we'll mobile order for 2 p.m. We'll wait in this 5-hour long line. We'll be in the land by 2. And of course,
but I think something came up at 11, and a lot of people,
your alcohol.
Yeah, my drinks. Yeah, I got into Pim's Test Kitchen, and I ordered some drinks, and so that was going to be coming up fairly soon. And then a lot of people started complaining that they had made these food reservations, and they weren't able to go and pick it up because
Yeah.
they weren't in
Well,
the
and then the
land.
people in the land couldn't make mobile order reservations because they were sold out for the day. So there was no food in the land, and
In the
people were
land.
leaving the land.
Land.
And the people
'Cause you were
outside the land had
landlocked.
food reservations but couldn't get in the land. So they had to flip it. They had to let the people with mobile orders in and let people that didn't have mobile orders out. I mean, it was just the first day. They changed everything the day after.
Yeah.
But it
wasn't
quite
as bad the
quite
rest of the
an
2 days
ordeal.
either.
But we couldn't get on Web Slingers the first day.
Okay.
We couldn't get a virtual queue. We couldn't get anything.
So, but what was your thoughts when you at least I guess seen everything and
we loved the
we
land.
loved it.
And we spent most of the day in there because you were pretty much landlocked, and we wanted to experience everything that we could besides Web Slingers because we knew we didn't get a virtual queue for it, and it was before Genie Plus or Lightning Lanes were introduced because it was during the pandemic, so nothing was that way. And so we wanted to experience all of the live shows that was going on. We wanted to look around. We wanted to see all the merchandise. It was
meet
super
all the characters
hot.
that were there.
Yeah, we wanted to meet all the characters. We wanted to take all the photos.
We bounded as
I was Black Widow
because that had well, no, you were Sword.
Oh, I was Sword. Yes,
you were Sword.
A Sword
Because we all bounded. Sarah, Richard, me, Courtney, Dave was with us as well, their friend, and we all bounded as WandaVision because it had just come out.
Yeah.
And we loved the series. So I was Agatha. Sarah was Scarlet Witch. We had Richard as Vision. You were Sword, and
basically Tiana Paris's like character, but just I had a sword shirt on.
So I went a few weeks later, June 15th, and I remember that because that was the day where the COVID restrictions were lifted. And but it was also the time where Loki just premiered. So when we got there, the first day we were there, Loki was in his jumpsuit, but then that was the day that the second episode was aired. So by the time we went the next day after the episode aired, he was already in his members only jacket and little ties. So I'm like, wow, they're actually like up to the minute,
up to date.
So.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. Well, we all.
I still love Avengers Campus, but it's a little light on the characters these days.
Yeah, they got to do something. I like the Black Widow show, but Taskmaster's just a boring villain. They got to redo that, but we'll see.
We'll see.
But well, that's cool. Well, I was going to do this day in Disney history, and I had a little short one. There's a lot of stuff that happened today. As we're recording, it's June 6th, and there's tons of stuff. And so I will get to the one I was going to read, but I just found this one. And like I said, today is June 6th. So this happened in 1944, which as of recording, this is the 80th anniversary of D-Day. Very famous day in part in the World War II. This is when we stormed the beaches and stuff. And I found it interesting because on D-Day, the Allied forces would use a special password to let people know they were Allied forces. That password was Mickey Mouse.
Aww.
So is a password that was used during secret briefing, and it just gained entry to basically password Mickey Mouse.
Probably because back home they were basically using the Walt Disney Studios as base.
Yeah, and then later on, Disney, that's a totally different episode, but yeah, Disney really was the leader in wartime efforts to get anyways. But also taking part of D-Day was Solomon Hirsch Fries, also known as Paul Fries, the Disney's Haunted Mansion ghost host, Ludwig von Drake. He was part of D-Day. He was also wounded in action, but returned home for a year for recuperation. And D-Day has been since the greatest seaborne invasion mankind has ever seen, and a major turning point of World War II. So, I have nothing but the most respect for anybody in the military, and especially that generation of World War II and everything. So, happy 80th. There's very few survivors left, but it was the greatest generation. But it's just cool. Like even then, how Mickey Mouse, yeah, just a password.
Mickey Mouse is, nationwide,
infiltrates
worldwide.
Yeah, and of course Paul Frees. But
Yeah,
also,
thank God he's still, thank
yeah.
God he got home.
Yeah, exactly. But on this day, June 6, 1989, Hulk Hogan appears as himself on the Disney Channel's Mickey Mouse Club.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes, brother.
Mhm.
But okay, we got some
I was about
topic.
3 months old.
Yeah.
I was about 3 months old.
I was 10.
I was 3.
And I was 3 months.
But fine, we are so close to that time. Tiana's Bayou Adventure is going through cast member previews at Magic Kingdom.
They released a whole video on it.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Disney pretty much released a whole damn attraction, but
Before anyone could, they released it.
yeah. And so I get a text from my niece the morning of. I already knew that my sister told me, like, hey, did Tori tell you she's going to? Like, no, she didn't tell me nothing. But she knew to send me some photographs. Nothing's really spoilery. Plus, there's more spoilers on YouTube and even Disney's own social media pages. But she took some pictures of the queue, which I thought were really cool. So,
yeah, because I don't think they show the queue. So this is really
no. They start on the ride.
Yeah, so this is obviously the very front here of the attraction.
And just a reminder, if you're listening to Extra Magic Hour, to go and watch, probably because this will be on YouTube, especially since we have pictures to show you. So
yeah, I gotta make sure I go the right way. Oh, I sent her the Beetlejuice thing, which I didn't catch that. But yeah, so then this is a new entrance here.
Oh, I like that.
Yes, in a different view of the new entrance. And
now this is supposed to be like Tiana's Foods entrance. Is that what
I think it's when she purchased the sugar mill.
Yeah, because it says up here Tiana's Foods.
Yeah. So she's turning the sugar mill into her food pantry where she cooks it all.
Cooks,
palace.
Distribution. It's supposed to be like a big, I'm guessing kind of like a warehouse
type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, factory.
There's a little delivery car here. I got a better picture.
I love that car. It's so cute.
Yeah.
I wish I could see that better.
Is there a screen that shows that?
No, that's a reflection. That's a reflection.
It's a reflection. Okay. I was like, what is in that car?
But I'm loving, if you look to the side here, and again, sorry for our audio listeners, but definitely check out on YouTube this art mural that's being painted. These are being, I don't know the names, but these are being done by local New Orleans artists. I think it's throughout the queue. Yeah. So this attraction is really paying tribute to New Orleans, Louisiana, and everything historic. So
yeah, we definitely got that vibe from when it was announced at D23, and the Imagineer was going to New Orleans a lot to get inspiration for Tiana's Bayou Adventure.
Yeah. So the weather veins are even iron from New Orleans and everything. So this looks like her office. Here's a newspaper here. There's a picture of the family up here.
Yeah, I am loving this.
Yeah, the details. Old timey typewriters. So
yeah,
the original
Disney definitely knows how to do a immersive queue now.
Yeah. So
now I cannot wait. I know I don't want to promote other people's, but I cannot wait for Mammoth Club to go through this because it is driving me insane that I cannot figure out that license plate. And I know Molly will.
You got just different little art pieces, Lewis and the alligators. I mean,
I know. And just so you know, that license plate says LA 23 and then it's 7/1975.
Yeah.
And I can't for the life of me figure it out. It means something. It says missing license plate. On that, because I zoomed in on it when you shared the pictures in our Discord.
Yeah.
But I can't figure out the date. I don't know what it means.
I love this picture here. That's a Mardi Gras session, which is in the art style of Almost There. That kind of
yes.
But since the whole ride has to do with celebrating Mardi Gras, and here's our
that must have been the menu for Tiana's place.
Yeah, because it looks like a tin sign.
Yeah. But maybe that's like a mock-up of how the menus are gonna look. Like, I don't know. Like, I know that it's already like built at the end of The Princess and the Frog, but maybe
Yeah.
like we're seeing it like, oh, she got a tin version of it in her studio or her office, or like that was the plan for it or something like
It's hard to
that.
tell because they do a lot of like tin art that like businesses hang as like posters basically too.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it's just advertising for people that come visit her office. All her or a few of her first place ribbons, I'm guessing for some of her recipes.
Probably the gumbo.
Yeah. Gumbo,
Or the beignets.
beignets.
Or the beignets.
A man catching beignets.
Yeah.
And here's speaking of
kitchen and the beignets itself. Oh, it looks like such a little cute kitchen.
And I'll tell you what, these look better than the ones that are at Tiana's Palace at Disneyland. But those are totally different than beignets, I know.
Yeah, those lemon icebox ones are just not it.
Yeah,
Disneyland's beignets are the best. Mm-hmm.
So,
the Mickey shaped ones.
Yeah. So this is part of the ride, the first little around the bend here. And my niece told me there's a lot of frogs all over the attraction too. And the eyes actually follow you. I have a quote from her, and this is like kind of like the entrance. Looks like where Brer Rabbit was, or Brer Bear.
But it looks like it's like fit for Mama Ori.
Yeah, hey, possibly so. But that's all that she was able to share with me. Before I pull up some of what she told me about the attraction, what have you guys like? All right, how much have you actually watched, and what are your thoughts on what you've seen so far?
I've watched the video on Disney Parks YouTube. I think I've watched it maybe 3/4 of the way through. I don't think I watched all the way through. But I have seen the end scene from the Walt Disney Imagineering YouTube. So I've seen quite a bit of it, and it does look really cool. Like the animatronics are top notch, and the log flume is still, still the same track that we know. So I've seen a lot of it, and I like all of the new additions. I do.
Cool.
I too kind of started to watch the POV, but then I quickly decided I didn't want to watch it. I did watch the Walt Disney Imagineering little like show that they put out on their YouTube channel, so I have seen the end scene. I think that it's a really great end scene. I love the song that's at the end, the Special Spice or something like that. Is what it's called. I have heard from people that in places it's a little bare and not much to see, but
not Brer
there
Bear.
was a lot of
Waka
waka waka. But I know in the original ride there was a lot of bear space too, but also where there were animatronics, there was a lot of animatronics. But also I did hear from one person who went to the cast member preview as well that the POV ride through doesn't do it justice. You have to experience it for yourself. They did say that like what Disney put out, they didn't pan around to the sides, so we didn't see everything. You only saw exactly what was in front of you.
POV in front of you.
Yeah. And what's in front of you. So that's where you're getting a lot of the bare space where nothing is. But a lot of our Splash Mountain was outside and there wasn't anything around. You know what I mean? So I could see that being, something that is true. But
yeah, I'm really interested because I know there was very slight differences between our Disneyland version and our Walt Disney World version. I think they had a couple extra scenes at Walt Disney World, so I'm interested to see the differences on the coasts, if there is any, or if they seamlessly made it the same on both coasts.
And that might be why it's more bare. But like I said, they didn't show us the sides, so.
It might be why, but it's also like I'm reserving my judgment for the ride until I ride it. Whether that's Walt Disney World or Disneyland, whatever comes first. Hopefully Disneyland will open soon. But we don't have a date for it yet. But like the stuff that they've worked on and the songs and the storyline and the animatronics, they all look great. So until I ride it, I'm not going to say that I like it or I don't like it, but from what I've seen, they have been really good. Now they have had some issues, and that's okay because they're in technical rehearsals basically. For I know it went down on a day where they were having cast member previews, and somebody like waited 5 hours for it or something like that.
But the site's got to chill out. I mean, calm down, you know?
Yeah.
So, it's still in technical rehearsals.
If you haven't been on it and you haven't seen it in person, I don't really want to know your opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's technically a technical rehearsal. You're not guaranteed to write it. I mean, even the Instagrammer Francis Dominic, he flew all the way to Walt Disney World to be a part of the cast member preview with his cast member friends, and they canceled their cast member preview. You know, and he didn't get to write it, but he was like, I got a free, afternoon in Magic Kingdom, so I'm all good. But like,
minus a plane ticket.
Yeah, right. Although it's Francis Dominic, it was probably comped or whatever. He did something. I don't know. But that's a different story. But I'm just saying, it's like, you're not, it's in technical rehearsals. You're not guaranteed to ride, even if you have a preview.
Yeah. I haven't.
And that's going to happen through annual pass holder previews too.
Oh, yeah. It happens all the time. So I actually haven't been able to see the whole Imagineering part yet on YouTube, but I have seen what Disney Parks posted with the writer of the song, and so I've seen the finale and stuff, which I'm like, why? I'm surprised they showed it, but
I know I was surprised they did anything like that. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. So after my niece sent me the photos, I obviously thanked her. Then I asked her, like, how was it? Because I wanted to know her opinion, and like she's just like you guys will tell her true opinion, won't hide anything, and if she likes it, she'll like it. If she doesn't, but she won't crap on it. She's, we're what was I saying? We're there's people that just crap on everything, but then there's people that are
she's not going to be negative to be negative. She's going to give honest review.
Yeah, and I can't think of the word right now because I've been out in the heat like crazy the last couple of days. But that's no side. So I asked her, how was it? And she's like, it was good. And she said with an exclamation point. So she was excited. Different but cute. Had some cool effects. Awesome animatronics, which we've all seen a lot of those already. So my big thing, you guys already know this, that I'm like, the story has to hit, no matter how cool it is. And but so I asked her, nice, how was the new story? And she wrote, it was interesting, but they brought it all together with some effects between the big drop in the ride, like before the main drop. So like I was telling Courtney, like what would have been that second drop where there ain't nothing in here but bees. So there's a lot of loose ends that happen between that. Okay. Yeah.
That's a fast part too. So you got to catch that storyline probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really.
And then she mentioned, and I'm sure a lot of the storyline, like a lot of Disney cues that's when the story starts. And so we're probably going to get all of that with the music and everything. And she also wrote to me saying there were smaller frogs throughout the ride, like the ones that were pictured. And they used the Haunted Mansion bust effect, like where they would look at you, look like they were watching you, but the eyes of the frogs are following you throughout the ride, so outside and inside. So.
Awesome.
But she really enjoyed it. And like, I mean, 30 something years of Splash Mountain, I mean, it's going to be hard to replace a ride like that. So
it will never, like, for people like us who are in our 30s, upper 40s
and more.
The nostalgia factor is probably never going to be there because we don't have nostalgia for the movie Princess and the Frog, and we don't.
I mean, it's only 15 years old, so I mean,
so. For us,
it's fairly new for us. It's fairly new for us.
But I mean, to get something new, to get something creative, to get a ride that is one of our loved rides, but have it be more in the present. day and with a new storyline will be fun. I think it'll be a fun little ride. We don't always love getting wet, so I don't know how often we will ride it because we haven't rode Splash Mountain I can't
in a
remember.
while.
And we were trying to think of how often we rode Walt Disney World because we've been to Walt Disney World 3 times, and I think we only rode it once.
But that's not entirely our fault because I think the second time we went, it was actually closed for refurbishment. And then the third time we went, we only went to Epcot because we were going on a cruise. So,
but it was the day that it closed. So
yeah, and we didn't go to that craziness.
we didn't want to go with craziness.
And before we end with Tiana's, we're going to get a lot more stuff coming up once I do the pass holders and probably the D23 then when it opens. But it still looks weird at Disney World, but I think it's going to look awesome once it's opened at Disneyland because it fits better. But
I guess fits way better in Disneyland.
Yeah.
Yep. And then, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, good.
I was just gonna say, but they opened a brand new shop right next door. It's the Critter Co-op, and they have brand new merchandise, all themed to Tiana's Bayou adventure.
Yeah. So of course, I'm sure they're going to have some awesome merchandise, and like I said, they got to have Tiana food branded food mix. We'll talk about that later, but
yeah.
I mean, I love my Zatarans and all that, but I mean, it's a missed opportunity if you don't actually have Tiana Foods branded stuff to take home. Beignet mix, gumbo mix, jambalaya, all that good stuff. So, but before we get to our next topic, why don't we hear from our friends at Where in the Park?
Where in the Park Seek and Find Image Scavenger Hunt games will have you exploring theme parks like never before. But this is not like your childhood scavenger hunts. There are no word-based lists of items to find or a binder of riddles, trivia, math, or counting. Our games contain cards with images of details that can be found throughout the park just by walking around. You can play on your own schedule, so you don't have to worry about long lines, height requirements, or health concerns. Need help finding an image? We've got you covered, with hints and answers on each card so you're never left wondering where in the park the image can be found. Use the Scan Before Playing card to reveal an alternate image if one of the cards in your pack is currently hidden or removed from the park. Order today to get game packs for your next visits to the Disneyland Resort and Walt Disney World theme parks. But the fun doesn't stop there. We also have games for Universal Studios in Hollywood and Florida, Knott's Berry Farm, Six Flags, SeaWorld, and more. Ready to experience your favorite theme parks in a whole new way? Go to www.whereinthepark.com/WaltzAPT podcasts to get 10% off your order. A portion of the sale will also go to support the Waltz Apartment podcast. Want $10 off your order instead? Visit patreon.com/WaltzAPT podcast to become a lamplighter. With so much more to discover, the only question is, do you know where in the park?
Really? Do you guys know where in the park? Because we do.
We do. We do.
And we love them. Check out their games, their card games, different packs. They got big packs. And if you run into them at any convention, they also have some awesome collection of stickers and a fun little prize wheel and stuff. So,
and they were just on, I think so too, but they were just on a cross country, theme park adventure vacation. And they're going to be making brand new packs for a lot of Six Flags theme parks,
Texas,
through Texas and Philadelphia and New York areas. They're going to be in Hershey Park. They're going to be, I think they're making one for Coney Island even. So,
oh, cool.
Yeah.
Definitely
check them out.
Absolutely. Well, so we go from one giant attraction that everybody's been waiting for to an unexpected new entrance. But big news for us on the Disneyland side. The Downtown Disney has a new entrance on the Pixar Pier or Hotel Disneyland Hotel side.
Yeah, it's right across the way from the Disneyland Hotel. Or actually, is it more next to the old ESPN?
Yeah.
I think that's where it is.
I think we need to go and investigate.
It's between the ESPN and like the old House of Blues area.
Okay. Yeah.
Like right with it's
so
like
not
the
when you're
entrance
coming in.
Not when
So
you're coming in through the Disneyland hotels. It's through when you're coming into the parking lot, I believe.
Okay.
I believe.
Okay, so not the harbor side, but the
Oh no, yeah.
No,
Disneyland
not the harbor
hotel
side.
side.
Not the harbor side. This would be
Not
like
it's like
if
the
you're-
third entrance. It's like it's like when you know where the Pixar Bridge is,
Yeah.
and there's that parking lot right there. I think it's like right there.
It
Between
probably is.
where ESPN Zone was and then like House of Blues was on the other side, and there's that big entrance.
No,
right
Rainforest
there.
Cafe. So it's by the Star Traders.
Oh yeah, that
Rainforest Cafe.
Yeah. So that side.
so we'll check it out. We're going Saturday, so we'll
I
check
thought we had a picture of it over.
We do. It's in our Discord.
I just checked 2 of the links, so I don't know if I was at the right one. So.
No, it's probably in the other one.
Oh well.
Under Apartment Plus.
But it really blends in with that new
modern.
Well, yeah, the mid-century modern look that's by the park and everything, that whole area. So
yeah, they also put in a new bathroom right there, so you won't have to go very far, or you won't have to go all the way to the Lego store anymore to go to the bathroom.
You could just go past security and woohoo!
Yep.
Take your tinkle. So
yeah.
Well, right on.
But it is all white. It's modern, sleek looking. It looks very new
very
and
modern.
bright. It's kind of in that new aspect of like what they're building over there and how the event space looks.
Train.
Oh yeah, right there. That's the new one.
Oh, sorry. Oh, got it. Yeah. Sorry. You know what? There's no secret. I'm not a fan of Discord. Everything, I'm lost.
It's in the extra magic hour one. It's just all the way up to like May 31st.
The planning one or the regular one?
No, the
regular
one.
one.
Ay.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry, audio listeners.
But also come and join us on Discord. It's free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We're just talking to ourselves right now, so come on.
Well, we have Jen and Tyler. We have Jen and Tyler talking to us. But yeah, we need more people.
Come join us. It's free.
And if you're in our Discord, talk to us. Comment.
Yes. All right, I found it. Yay.
Yay.
Good grief, man.
And you can show it. There we go.
All right, now we're done. No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, I mean, it's just that. Then how that?
Look.
I know that's just that the way that park looks behind it with those little walls and that area looks awesome. I thought it was weird that the park faced the way it did with a stage, but it actually does make more sense. You don't bottleneck when there's a live band playing there. So.
And the sound isn't going to be blaring at you if you don't want to listen to it. It's out there.
Yeah. So I'm actually looking forward to some of the if they do any Christmas like music and stuff.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Downtown Disney looks awesome.
Cold, but yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
I know we had a friend that used to like carol there.
Yeah. So the carolers might be there, or the scarolers, because sometimes they come out Halloween.
I was down with the rockabilly bands that would play there. They were really cool. But next topic we got something that all three of us are very excited about. It's that time of year. This is one of the reasons why we're going probably every week. We are finally getting some downtown. We are finally getting some D23 updates. So
it's Expo time.
It's Expo season. We are just about 2 months away.
Yeah,
just about.
I can't believe that.
Yeah, that's awesome. But no, we're finally getting something. And I mean, first of all, I don't know if you guys how much we want to break into the transportation, but months ago I mentioned what I thought they would do, and it was not to toot my own horn, but It's pretty.
I think, yeah, it was pretty straight on. I think we all kind of predicted that they were going to use all their resources, and I think that's what they're doing between private transportation, bus transportation, art bus transportation,
parking.
I think they're parking. I think
So
they're
they're
using
doing
everything at their fingertips.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it says right here that the transportation are going to be complimentary round trip shuttle service will be available between the Anaheim Convention Center and the Honda Center before and after the evening shows, offered on a first come, first served basis and subject to limited availability. They're also going to open up the Honda Center parking lot, and it's going to be complimentary. So you can truck your car over there and park in the parking lot. They did say the parking lot, it will be open at 5 p.m. So everything starts 2 hours before the presentations. So on Friday and Saturday, it's 5 p.m. because it starts at 7. And on Sunday, it starts at 5, I believe. So parking and all of that starts at 3 p.m.
Which is great because I figured there's no way they're going to open parking all day. They're going to close it, and you're not going to be able to just drive around in circles or park on the side of the road.
Honda's not going to let you stay there all day or camp out. They're just not.
And actually, nobody's camping out at all. And they better stick to this. But nobody's camping out at all at the Anaheim Convention Center. It says on all of them due to, I think it's a little bit still like the wording that they used during 22 with the COVID restrictions. But obviously those are probably not going to be in play. Yeah. But
they didn't really stick to it last time.
Yeah. No, they didn't. But also they did say from due to health and safety concerns, nobody's allowed to camp out overnight.
But with this, and I just really want to stress to people that have still been complaining about what, certain policies, this is not a D23 policy. This is Honda Center. So, throw all your complaints to hondacenter.com or whatever. Yeah. So
plus the Honda Center is a no bag area. So they don't allow bags bigger than a certain height.
It's like a sheet of paper. It's like this small. It's
So the no bag. Let's see if I can open it.
Like this.
Like that. Yeah. Basically.
The Honda Center has a strict no bag policy. The maximum size bag allowed at the Honda Center is a 5x9x2, regardless if it is clear bag or not. Medical and diaper bags may be a maximum of 12x12x12. Backpacks, including mini backpacks, are not permitted under any circumstances.
So stash those shopping bags, stash those purses, backpacks, all the stuff that you're bringing with you to D23 Expo. Stash it at your hotel or your car, or I believe they'll have storage.
They did say they'll have limited storage on there. You will have to pay to store it at Honda Center. So if you don't want to pay that fee, then I suggest leaving the convention center as early as possible to get those bags in your car or at your hotel. Make sure that they're safe because we know it's going to be crazy wantable stuff, and you don't want anything stolen. So it's going to be high demand stuff that they're selling there. So I would definitely make it back to your hotel if you're staying close, and leave from your hotel on one of those art buses, city buses, or call an Uber or take your own car over there and park it in the Honda Center.
The picture I have in my head right now? The picture I have in my head right now is a line of cars going all the way down the street, all the way back up to Honda Center. So use the buses if you can. Because I just don't see how everyone all at once can get out of the parking lot at the convention center and the Disney parking lot maybe and go up Catella to the Honda Center without having a backup of cars.
I know. You don't want to be late to these presentations. They're going to start on time.
Well, the cool thing there is at least, multiple entrances to Honda Center.
There is,
yes.
And some back roads that we know about.
But everybody's going to be going the same direction mostly, unless you can go around.
Not necessarily, because there'll be a lot of out-of-towners who will have to rely on rideshare and shuttles.
Well,
that is
I'm
true.
saying that's like probably our best choice because the buses
Yeah.
are probably gonna have like bus lanes that they can go into or something like that.
Yeah.
But I mean that's like the first thing that came to mind when I heard private transportation. You can bring your
Yeah.
car. I was really hoping they would say buses only.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
But
opposite. I'm actually thinking the car's the way to go for.
mm,
But we'll
it
talk
might
about
be if
that
we
when
get
we're not
Maybe.
recording.
Maybe. I don't
I
know.
mean, it could
We'll
be
see.
if we get out there in time, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Out of there.
So
But
I'm the optimistic one. So.
it does mean that
We'll
you
see.
will be forfeiting one of those later panels. So if there's something that you want to see that starts at 3:00, you may have to forfeit that
Watch
to
it be
go
like
and
some
get
big
ready.
Lorcana or Tron thing.
Yeah.
Shut
Of course.
up. We don't
But
want to
not
jinx ourselves.
But not only did we get the transportation update, we got something that I know you ladies are very excited for. And
Shopping.
yeah, so we
Yeah.
got our first I would say the big sponsors of the event here was posted
Mhm.
today. So I kind of put it up here for our video, our YouTube watchers, but if you guys want to kind of read off some of these sponsors for our audio listeners, this is pretty cool. I'm excited.
Well, we
Yes.
obviously have Visa.
Yeah,
They're
they are the
presenting
presenting.
sponsor.
Mhm.
Yeah, and we have AT&T, Box Lunch, Citizen, Honda because the Honda Center,
Yeah.
Loungefly, of course, Pandora,
Wait, I was like, I gotta
Ravensburger.
remind people, Loungefly will also be Funko since it's the same company.
It is the
Yes,
same
Loungefly.
company, yes.
Yeah, yes,
So.
and Swarovski and Target. Those
And
are
Ravensburger, yeah.
yes, Ravensburger.
Yes,
Yes.
that's Lorcana, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Lorcana.
But then we
so
also
those
have
are good sponsors.
And the Disney villain games too.
Yes.
Yes.
Those are good too. And then we also have smaller Friends of Disney, which is Cakeworthy, Disney Fine Art, Collectibles, Doorables, Pinnacles. I'm not quite sure what Pinnacle is. We'll
This is
have to look
Disney
into
Pinnacles.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, by Dapper
Says by
Labs. I don't know
Dapper
that.
Labs. I don't know.
Oh, maybe Dapper Day stuff. I don't know.
Like Dapper Clothes.
It could be ECG. That's like a Marvel, like kind of like Iron Studios. So you'll get the like statues and stuff like that. Enchanted Disney Fine Jewelry. Fig Pen is coming back. Girls Crew is a new one. They're kind of like Rock Love. They've gotten the Disney license, so they've gotten in more in popularity. Hallmark.
Nice.
Her Universe will be there as always.
Ashley Eckstein.
Yeah. Sillage House of Sillage. They were there last year.
Their makeup, they're really expensive makeup.
A really expensive makeup.
Yeah,
Got it.
really expensive.
Iron
But that's
Studios.
free bags last time.
Right.
Ooh, well, we'll have to go check out the free stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Iron Studios, like I said, is another like statuesque, like all the really like lifelike statues, like Hot Toys and stuff like that.
Yes.
Joffrey's, Lionel.
Joffrey's,
Sure.
they're
The
gonna have
coffee,
Joffrey's
right?
coffee all over the place. Please, give me
I'm
Joffrey's
down
coffee.
for that.
This is what I'm saying real quick before we move on.
Mm-hmm.
If you got Joffrey's, you got to get the mugs like you get at Walt Disney World Resorts, where you could get refills. Have a D23 Joffrey's. You pay
Mug.
$20 and you get
That would be cool.
That would be awesome
Refills.
because we're gonna
Everybody's
need
gonna need their
coffee all
coffee.
day long.
Yeah,
Man.
absolutely.
Iced
Iced
coffee.
coffee. Sorry, I don't want to cut it, but I'm like,
No,
you
you're
gotta do
fine.
that.
Yeah. Monogram International Inc. Not sure. Nika, I think they were there last year. NECA.
Okay.
Precious Moments.
Of course.
Rock'em. They were the socks. Rock'em socks.
Yeah, Rock'em socks. Yeah,
Rock Love
Rock
Jewelry.
Love. Our favorite.
Our favorite, and then your favorite, Joe.
We're both going to go
Roosevelt.
broke next door to door.
Absolutely. Roosevelt's, and then Spin Master, not sure what that is. And then Steve.
Steve.
Looks
Got
like
a little
baby
teddy bear
products.
attached.
Yeah, it looks like it's baby products. Oh, look at the pink elephant. Dumbo, pink elephant.
Oh.
Cute.
So yeah, baby products there. Sunglass Hut.
Yeah.
Thomas Kincaid is coming back. We love them.
Nice.
Love them. They always have a good sale going.
Epic Mickey. Okay. Epic Mickey is there. For THQ Nordic, Vivive, that is collectibles. So we got 3 collectibles things there, and then also the Walt Disney Family Museum.
Naturally.
Because you can't have a D23 without the Walt Disney Family Museum.
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah. And we're getting the Cars exhibit for the archives.
Archives, yes.
And then,
it's not
that's
Cars
the only
as the
exhibit.
movie. Yeah, it's not Cars as the movie. It's like actual like movie cars.
It's
like,
the picture cars, as Universal
picture
would call
cars.
them.
Yeah.
Plus the old
As
original
Universal would call
tram.
them, yeah.
The old
Yeah.
original
Yes,
tram.
the original tram from Disneyland.
The
And
yellow and
also
baby blue.
Sharpay's pink convertible from High School Musical 2.
Oh, but I'm looking forward to Emma's yellow bug from Once Upon a Time.
I don't know that one.
Will they have it next to our Herbie?
Maybe. They're
Probably
both bugs.
The Muppets Mayhem bus will be there.
Yes,
Yes.
they will.
Yes. I'm still upset that they didn't pick up a second season of Muppets.
And yet it's still getting
It just
awards.
got nominated for
it's
awards.
still getting nominated for awards.
Big shock.
Yeah, right. And also all of these places will have like either a gold member discount or you'll get a free gift for being a gold member. It won't be very big, but you'll get a free gift.
We love
And
our
I'm sure
free gifts at Expo.
I was surprised. I'm not going to say which one yet, but I know somebody that is going to be there that I was surprised they weren't up there yet, but some other sponsors, but I don't know if they're sponsors, but they'll probably still have a booth. So I'll wait till they announce they're going to be there.
They haven't been announced yet.
But I know we'll probably
the
get
list could still grow.
Lorcana stuff from the Ravensburg. So
Lorcana and Villains games, and they might,
like you said, the puzzles. I know they do.
Yeah,
a lot
they
of
do the puzzles.
They do puzzles. I know last time they had the anniversary edition of the trivia game.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
And I was telling Courtney that the next, which will be the 5th set of Lorcana cards, are actually supposed to be released the Friday of D23. So
that's gonna be a madhouse.
Yeah.
That's gonna be fun.
But I know we're all excited. This is gonna be your place to stay when we get D23 updates, because
we're gonna cover it all for you. We're gonna be trying to post on DU. We're gonna be posting on Walt's apartment. We're gonna be
Elements
posting
of
on
Fun is gonna be posting about it
Neverland
too.
Clubhouse,
Neverland Clubhouse.
Elements of Fun. We've got everything covered for you.
Yeah,
so,
we will be your D23 headquarters.
We are boots on the ground.
But I wanted to play something before our next sponsor break, our getaway spot, something that I'm super excited for, and another thing that we're getting at Walt Disney World. We got a cool little video of Country Bears, and so they posted what one of the songs is going to be, and this was super awesome. I love this version, so it's a short video. Then we'll go to our getaway break. Of course, I had no volume, so here we go.
And I am here working with Disney today. I was so excited that we were going to get to take a classic Disney song and make it country. I say that I'm country as cornbread. And when I got to hear Mac's production on it, it's just like a full-blown hoedown. I won't give up, no, I won't give in.
Song sounds good in country.
Oh, it's beautiful.
No, I won't leave. I want to try everything. I want to try even though I could fail.
Love her boots.
Hey, y'all.
So I'm excited for all this stuff.
I'm so excited for that, and I'm so sad that we don't have the Country Bears.
Yeah.
But
that's how disappointed she is.
But this
is like fun fact, that has been my ringtone since it came out with Zootopia, the Shakira version. But my phone's always on vibrate, so I never hear it. But I love that song.
Yeah, that's an awesome version. Since we don't have it over here at Disneyland, we're going to find out how we could get over to Florida to see it this summer.
Exactly.
Well, hello, and welcome to Let's Get to Know Our Sponsor. Getaway Today has been helping Disney vacation dreams come true since 1990. Whether you choose to visit the happiest place on earth or travel to Orlando and beyond, they want to help you. Need to know the best hotel in the area? What theme park tickets should you buy? Have a last-minute change? No worries. Their travel experts are always here to help. Want to book a cruise and don't know where to start? Hey, they can help with that too. They will help you find the perfect cruise for your vacation, whether it is your first time or you're a well-seasoned cruiser. When you book your cruise with one of the Getaway Today's experts, you will have a dedicated agent to help you every step of the way. They take care of the details so you can have the most fun. Getaway Today has layaway, peace of mind travel, allowing you to cancel or make changes up to 72 hours in advance. You will always have the most up-to-date vacation information, both pre-arrival and upon your welcome. Getaway Today will guarantee the best prices with no hidden fees. And every time you book through Getaway Today, they will donate a portion back to a charitable organization in your area. And so far, over $4.5 million has been donated. So click the link in our show notes to start your Disney vacation planning for more information and the best deals. Tell them Walt's Apartment sent you. And until next time, enjoy the view from Walt's Apartment.
Yes, Getaway Today is awesome. They are there to help you. And no matter where in the country you are, to get over to Florida, check out the new Country Bears. Check out Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Check out the awesome drone show at Disney Springs. Go get you some.
They got so much new stuff.
Yeah. Or even go to Tokyo for the Fantasyland Springs.
Yes, which just opened officially today. That'll be part of our quick trips. I forgot to write down. Yeah, you guys saw what was going on. We got a few quick trips before we end the show. So let's start with that one.
So yeah, Fantasyland Springs officially opened today with a little opening ceremony. Anna and Elsa was there. It is that 3 land area that we were talking about, where it has Rapunzel, it has Peter Pan and the Lost Boys, and so you get to go to Neverland, you get to go to Corona, and you get to go to Arendelle, all in one land. So that officially opened today for the public. So
very
and
cool.
The newly knighted Bob Iger was there.
Yep.
Oh, that'll make Sean happy.
He is a now knight of His Majesty's court.
So we can call him Sir Iger, Sir
Iger, yes. Sir Iger.
Yeah, we call Sir Elton, Sir Iger.
Yeah, sir.
Who's the jester? Bob Chapek? Oh, sorry, wrong show. Well, that's cool. Everything that they've been showing over the last couple of weeks has just looked so amazing.
It's mind-blowing over there. It's really beautiful. And then yesterday we got some crazy news that Disney decided to put Magic Keys on pause again for this foreseeable future. So all tiers from Inspire all the way down to Imagine are all renew only. So if you don't have a Magic Key right now, you are not able to get one. If you still have yours, make sure, and you want to keep it, make sure you renew before your 30-day window is up. So yeah, I don't know.
If you want to hear our thoughts on that, you can go listen to the live from last night, because we had a long discussion about all of that.
Yeah, but because I found it weird that it came to that conclusion after I got a survey about Magic Key benefits. So
did you say you just got one like a day or two ago? Then
yeah, I was like, I literally finished it, and then all of a sudden, like the next day, it was like Magic Keys are on pause. Oh.
That's crazy.
Okay.
Interesting.
All right.
Like I said, we gave a lot of thoughts on our live show on June 5th, our live show. So go watch the YouTube video or the Facebook video, or listen to it on
Spotify or Apple. Yeah.
Well, nice. And the next one I'm really interested in, because I just want to know I don't say what the importance is, but you guys kind of mentioned that on the Disney cruise, the adventure ship, they're having Mickey at the helm. So what's the significance of that?
It's just the little like stripe at the beginning of the bow. It usually has an icon on the front, and it's usually the captain of the ship. So the last 2 The Wish and the Treasure is going to have Captain Minnie there. It's a little medallion on top, like it's about this big, and you can see it on the front of the ship. That's where Minnie is, but usually all the other ships have Captain Mickey on there, and the Adventurer is going to have Captain Mickey. So.
Okay.
I think it's to kind of differentiate it between the fleets, because the Adventure isn't technically part of the Wish fleet. Because the Wish and the Treasure, and I believe what's the
Destiny.
last one? The Destiny. Is the 3 in the fleet, and they should all have Minnie at the helm, right?
I think so. Yeah.
That's what I assumed.
Yeah.
That's what I assumed. Because the Adventure is the ship that they bought and have turned into a Disney cruise. It's going to have a little bit of a different layout. It's not going to look like all the other Disney cruises, cruise boats, and it's
going out of Singapore.
Sailing out of Singapore and Asia, and I don't believe there's any plans for it to come to the States.
Yeah, and when they showed the little comic thing of was it the Treasure, or which one that is doing the heroes and villains?
Destiny.
That's the Destiny.
And because they still had Captain Minnie in that little comic.
Well, they kind of had superhero Minnie, really, but
but that kind of puts it in the same fleet as the Wish and the Treasure and the Destiny. The Adventure puts the other ships that are on the water, they are captained by Mickey, but I think it's to separate it out of the Wish and the Treasure fleet, because they're the luxury fleet.
They're the Triton class. Yeah, they're bigger.
Well, hopefully we get a Captain Donald sometime in the future.
Maybe. We have Admiral Donald as a statue in the lobby of one of them.
Well, that works. And special shout out, Donald's birthday this Sunday, 90th birthday.
Yes, it
Donald.
is.
So you'll hear a lot about that on the Disney Universe. Yes, shameful plug. And the last quick trip we have, something that, of course, I like Irish. I like bars. There's a new bar at the Raglan Road at Disney Springs, and I just found out about this about 10 minutes before we started recording. So let us know what's going on with this. This sounds awesome.
Well, we all know Raglan Road is a restaurant at downtown Disney, and it's Irish themed, and there's Irish dancing, and they dance on top of the bars, and it's very entertaining. But this one is going to be outside. And Courtney, if you can give us a little bit more information about it.
Yeah, so it's going to be called Paddy's Bar. It's a small permanent location specializing in a limited menu of Ireland's finest beverages. So Paddy's Bar is named after Patrick Kavanagh, the poet who wrote Raglan Road. It will serve up the very best of Irish draft beers, along with the locally commissioned craft beers and an array of Irish cocktails. Just like the inside of the pub, Paddy's Bar will feature architectural elements imported from Ireland to ensure authenticity. Construction walls are up now, and work has begun. So they're starting to construction it, and hopefully it'll be up later this summer, because it doesn't look very big. So
I feel like this is something to combat maybe trying to get in for the entertainment or something like that. If you just wanted to sit and have a beer, or you just wanted to have a snack or something to eat and didn't want to get involved in all the.
It looks like it's kind of like a quick service, instead of
maybe take it on the run, take it and sit around the corner. I don't know. Mm-hmm. I loved the look of Raglan Road. We've never eaten there, and I've always wanted to see the dancing that they do there. But this will be really cool. I think that's a cool addition to downtown Disney.
Yeah, and one we didn't know was coming, so that's kind of really cool.
Yeah, because I've been to this little side bar, but this one might be kind of like in the little courtyard area that they have, but kind of hard to tell by now, unless it's. Oh, that looks like the side there. There's where it says Raglan Road.
I think they're extending it or making it bigger or something.
Possibly. I'm trying to remember what was next to it, if they might have taken over that space.
They might have. I think there was a quick service take and go.
I think it was empty the last time we saw it.
I don't know.
But I don't remember.
Couldn't tell you.
All right,
I was focused on other things.
Well, right on. Well, man, that was a loaded show. We didn't even talk about Fantasmic opening.
Or Pride Night, or even Pride Month.
Oh yeah, it's Pride Month. There's lots of new food, but we don't have any information on that.
We got that
well,
next
we
week.
do, but we got next week.
Because we still got Tiana's food that's in Florida. So, it's a good, Courtney kind of brought it up that we should be a weekly show, right now at least. So, and
there's
Sean
so much information. Yeah, there's so much information right now coming out.
Yeah.
And with D23, I expect there's to be a lot more information, especially for those of you who are going to be attending the show.
So. Yeah.
Yeah, weekly show. It will be some hosts, maybe all hosts, but we'll get it out for you weekly every week.
Yeah, but definitely, I know Sean and Sam will be back with us next week. Sam just got back from a camping trip, and sometimes I might not even be here because it's football season, and I barely made it tonight. But you will be getting weekly extra magic hour in the near future here. So thank you, ladies, for joining me tonight, and this is a fun show, and we will see you guys next time. So wait, that's so messed up here, but
we'll see you in the park.
Perfect.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome. Disneyland is your land. Here age relives fond memories of the past, and here youth may savor the challenge and promise of the future. Disneyland is dedicated to the ideals, the dreams, and the hard facts that have created America, with the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world.